Okay, so we pick up at the party. Donald finally shows up. Okay, now, like I said before, like, we don't know how, like, what day this is for them. Like, what day is this party? Is this like 2 weeks after they got there, or what? We don't know. But Donald finally gets there, and Kirstin doesn't even show up. Okay, but again, we don't know really what's going on. Like, Ashlee might not know, but somebody else knows. And then we find out that he didn't even like call or text Ashlee. Get out of the kitchen. We find out that he didn't even call or text Ashlee to say he wasn't coming. So that's a problem because he obviously was invited. Okay, so we're gonna just leave that there. I already didn't change my mind about Kirstin. I totally had a moment where I thought that they could have something, and now I'm seeing dude as something else altogether. All right, I was a little bit slow on that. All right, it happened. And then Cam even shows up with a gift. So good job, Cam. So the party was a success. The next day, the ladies are talking. Vern and Ashlee meet up in the kitchen and they're talking about the party the previous night. They also talked about how Danzy was acting with his drunk ass, okay? And then Shareese said that she actually started to like Mizell a little bit more. Right after that, like, all the girls come together and they're all sitting at the table. And then Vern tells Shareese that her and Mizell exchanged numbers. Now, it's kind of messed up how they edited it because I know that was like a gut punch. Like, oh my God, like I finally get somebody that I start to like, and he didn't exchange numbers with somebody else. But let's talk about that, because the whole premise of the show was that all of the men were up for grabs. Even in the first episode, they sent Zadia out with Jabari. Now, even though it wasn't a connection, it could have very well been a connection. Like, so they already had set that tone. So this isn't surprising. You guys remember the first episode where Zadia went out on a date with that guy that was the principal. His name is Richard, okay? So Richard was on Kamisha's panel, and they pretty much told those guys something other than what the show was about. I'm not surprised though. I'm not surprised. But for these new guys to come in, like, they probably told them that anybody's up for grabs, right? But Mizell messed up because he lied. Like, dude, all you had to do was just be honest. You don't even know these people. Like, what are you doing? And it's being recorded. Like, he should have totally thought that through. Now, Vern took the number. She said they exchanged numbers. She didn't say he asked me for my number. Now, that's a whole nother issue. I don't know what their relationship is as far as like Shareese and Vern or whatever. But again, all the men were up for grabs. So I don't know. But then at the same time, how this dude handled it, I hope Vern wouldn't pick him, because he already is showing that he can't be trusted. But as far as like them exchanging numbers, like, if it's all in how you handle stuff. If they would have exchanged numbers and he told Shareese that they exchanged numbers and everybody was on the up and up, Shareese would have just had a decision to make to say, well, I don't want to date him no more, or I do. But he didn't give her that choice, and that's the whole problem with how he handled it. I wouldn't trust that. I don't know. Get in the comments below. Let me know what you think about that. But the thing is, they all meet back with Tamika, and obviously the Mizell thing comes up, and it had come out that he wasn't texting or calling Shareese, but he was texting and calling Vern. It just wasn't a good way to handle that. And then Ashlee also still has not talked to Kirstin, and it's the next day. So we going into the mixer tense. Like, Ashlee can't wait until Kirstin walks in that door, okay? So all the men show up, he bops on in or whatever. And when she actually tells him, you didn't even let me know you were coming, you didn't show up, blah, blah, blah. When she confronts him about not showing up, like, he didn't even really have a response. He was just like, nope, I didn't. And I don't have, like, basically he ain't have an excuse or whatever. He was just, that was a real turnoff, because now I feel like he was really showing how he is. Like, damn, Kirstin. So then this is where the Shareese and Mizell conversation comes up, and Mizell tried to lie And Tamika was standing off to the side, and she was like, I can't watch this no more. She kind of got in and explained to him that it's a respect thing. It's not even about the fact that she was trying to talk to both of them. Give them the respect to know what's going on and make their own decision. That is the whole thing about it. It's like, okay, you have two women who you like, and they may like you, but let both of them know that you're entertaining other options versus, especially since they live in the same house, versus trying to be on the low with it, because then you take away the woman's choice. Like, you don't give her a choice to decide whether she wants to go on with that. You just made the choice for her. No. So that's what Tamika was trying to explain to him or whatever. So he just kind of, that was just a bad look for him. Like, womp womp, sir. And Shareese tells him that she's moving in a different direction. And she says that a couple of times, or maybe somebody else also says it. This must be something that they keep saying. How to tell somebody I don't want to talk to them nicely. I'm moving in a different direction. Noted. And of course, we know Zadia kept came. So then Ashlee and Kirstin talk, and he apologized, but too little too late. Too little too late. And so she let him go. And she actually wanted him to, like, turn around and fight her for it. Like, you know, no, don't let me go. But it's like, girl, like I said, I don't know which day this was for them. But he probably was just like, oh, well, my time ended. I'm so glad he didn't, because now that I see his true colors, he needed to exit. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. But of course, she feels some type of way about it. You know, and then again, like I said, we don't know how many days this was, but still, no, Kirstin don't get another chance. Kirstin better not get another chance. All right. Vern keeps Tabari, but she asked him if he could be serious. I don't know. Maybe he just plays all the time, but I don't know. She asked him if he could be serious, but he says he needs to be in a situation where he can create a romantic environment, and he feels like it'll go better. That's what he said in this cutaway. So we'll see what he comes up with. Now, at this point, Ashlee has talked to Tamika, and she's sad again, right, about this whole thing. But Tamika then says, I've called Donald to come rescue you. Like, what? No, do not call. He didn't call. He didn't come. Like, he didn't call me and then I invited him over here. You called him to have him come back to the TV show? I don't know. Let me know if I'm tripping, y'all, because that kind of just sounded wild to me. I was just like, why would she say those words on camera? Like, why wouldn't she just, I don't know. It just didn't seem like it was genuine. But he did seem happy to be back. And I do think he really likes Ashlee. But then you just never know. You just never know. So the fact that she called him to come just did not make me happy. Okay? I really would have rather him have texted her and then she invited him over and he came kind of like that. But like, so Donald's back. Ashlee keeps Donald. So they got some new blind dates. Vern and Ashlee go meet with Mike and Trey. Now, Trey's 38, but Mike is 31. So I'm like, okay, that might be good for Ashlee, but Vern immediately was like, oh no, when she found out how young he was. But they went on a dancing date. And Zadia and Shareese went on a pottery date with Brandon and Will. So these were open blind dates, meaning the ladies had to meet with the guys and just see who they liked, right? So then they show Ashlee and Donald, they're having a date, and Donald plans a date at his house, right? And in the conversation, she found out he was married before. Again, we don't know how many days they've been doing this, right? What if they were only in this whole process, they were only a week in, right? It would make sense that she didn't know that. However, that is a question that you typically ask when you're trying to get to know somebody if y'all are talking about your family lives, right? Like, I don't know. The conversation should have gone there, but again, we don't really know how much time they truly have been talking, right? I don't know. For us, it's like weeks. It's 7 weeks right now, right? Dang, it's 7 weeks. It's been 7 weeks. But for them, there's no telling how quick this went. But the thing that was a red flag for me was the fact that he said that he has never been in a healthy relationship, and each relationship got progressively worse. Now, I'm all about changing stuff, and I don't feel like your past should define your future. However, that needs to be explored a little bit. So we're gonna see how it plays out. But the only thing she was upset about was the fact that somebody beat her to it. So next week, Shareese gets a new blind date. Cam is feeling the pressure, and then we see Shareese has both of her dates at the mixer. And it's another episode of them bringing back someone that they may have overlooked in the past. Now, I don't know who it could be. I didn't even try to figure it out, but we're gonna see. Get in the comments below. Let me know what you thought about this episode. I just finished watching Squid Games, the challenge. I don't know if y'all watch Squid Games, the original like Netflix thing or whatever, but they actually have a challenge where actual real people were playing this simulated Squid Game challenge. And the crazy thing to me was that they were actually simulating getting shot and falling down and dying. I was just done that it was scripted. And now that I watch a lot of reality TV, I understand how, you know, all of this is probably just not what we felt it, not what we really think that it is. All of those people that they were talking to in their confessionals, like those people, where did they find these people? I don't know. It feels like some of the stories were written. I can't call it. But I did watch that. And I was thinking about binge watching The Golden Bachelor because somebody said it was good. But I watched the first episode and I was just like, no thanks. Not interested in seeing old people date. But then I heard it was pretty interesting. So I might go back and watch that. I'm not going to review it, but I might go watch it. If y'all watched that, either one, Squid Game Challenge or The Golden Bachelor, get in the comments below and let me know your thoughts. Anyway, I'm your girl, Tamika, and I'll see you guys in the next video.